so today I wanted to do a video all about the word fat. Yes. Obviously this one hits close to home because it is the one thing I get in comments a lot of times, and it's the one thing that actually bothers me. I mean, people can call me slut, whore, cheap, fake, ditz, dumb, ratchet, like any of those terms like really don't affect me because I know that's what I'm not, but the word fat will always like dig into me because it's always going to be a word that just resonates with me for the rest of my life. Even if I were to lose, you know, I've lost 20 pounds now since last September. And even if I were to lose 20, 40, 50 more, if I was like a twig, the word fat is always going to resonate with me because that is the one word that the one thing I'm really self-conscious about, and it always has been. And it breaks my heart because I get so many tweets from girls who say, am I too fat to wear this? Or people say I'm too fat at school. And it just breaks my heart because it's such an unnecessary word. Even doctors don't describe you as fat. They describe you as healthy, unhealthy, overweight if it's coming from a doctor. But even that term, it's like, why are they even used by people in a derogatory sense, in a negative way, to hurt people? That's what it's used for. The word fat has no positive connotation to it when calling someone fat, even, you know, and it doesn't make sense to me, but I wanted to let you guys know that it doesn't really make sense to anybody, because I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was also talking to my sister about this. Just being called fat, you know, they're like, how do you deal with all these comments that say, you're so fat and blah, 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 and like, you should go on a diet. Well, the thing is I could go on a diet. I am sort of on a diet, you know, and I mean, I can change for myself, but the thing is that's a word that I just have to look at as someone very insecure. When you call someone fat, or when someone's calling you fat, you have to just realize that that is their insecurity just screaming, blazing, saying, you know, I have problems, you know? Because when I read comments, sometimes I'll go to their page or to their Twitter or wherever it is, and I see just a bunch of hate-filled comments on their timeline, and just a bunch of negative videos, and in a way it makes me really sad because they're calling me this name, and I want you guys to remember this too, because even in school they were calling me that name because there's something threatening. It's not even that they're jealous, you know, everyone's like, oh, they're just jealous, blah, 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 but it's not even that they're jealous. There's something threatening about you, and if it's not threatening about you, chances are they're just really in a low, dark place that they need to bring someone down with them, because they know that word is going to hurt. I mean, that word stings. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and be like, I don't care if you call me fat, like whatever. That word will sting. That word will sting for the rest of my life. That word will sting every time if you guys want to get a low blow or a jab into me to really put my day a little, throw it off a little, or put me in a bad mood. The word fat is going to do that. It's just going to. And so that's just going to be the word for the rest of my life that's going to make me feel a little down when I hear it, or it's just going to like put a little pin needle in my heart. It used to be like a knife in my heart. Now it's just like these little pin needles. And some days it's better than others. I mean, most days I'm just like, oh my god, here we go again. Just more people, you know, hating, whatever the case may be. It could be on any video. Ask Trisha, shopping hauls. People are just like, you're fat. Like, it really doesn't matter. Even like church is wonderful. Like, you're fat. Like, you know, it's just because they know that's going to dig into me, because it's something that I'm so, you know, that obviously I have issues with, and I've always had issues with, and so that they're going to dig into you, even if you are just a little, you know, it's funny, because when I was in high school, I was about my height now, and I was about 140, which is about a good 30 pounds lighter than I am now, and I look back at pictures, and to me, I was so thin. I was like, wow, I was so skinny. That was skinny for me, and the fact that people were still calling me obese and cow and whale, I mean, it boggles my mind, because the thing is you're just, like, even at that weight, I was just too huge for anyone. They still took their insecurities out on me, and it's just an ugly word. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're hearing this word, because I hear you guys use it a lot on Twitter, it's an ugly word. I would take it out of your vocabulary. I take it out of mine. I do use it in comedy, in like a comedy text way, like with my Kim Kardashian. And I realize, like, it's not really funny, because even though it's Kim Kardashian, who is beautiful and rich and famous and has a beautiful body, it's still not right to do it even at celebrities, because they have feelings too. Like, maybe she might see that video and it would hurt. Even when I play Jessica Simpson in the Eminem video We Made You, I knew it was to be plus size Jessica Simpson because she had gained some weight, but media was calling me like an obese Jessica Simpson and extra large, and Jessica Simpson said she was like insulted and offended because I was playing her so huge, and it hurts. Like, it hurts to be called those things. So, you know, I try and take it out of my vocabulary. Try and take it out of yours if you're being called it or if you're calling someone else. And if you do call someone else fat or you have the urge to, really take a look inside of you. I'm guilty of this. I used to be a really bad gossiper where I would be like, you know, even my hair is being like crazy lately because you guys know it's like, girl, it's in a weird stage, and I'm sorry I'm in like a moo-moo. This is like, hello, okay, it's like a dress. It's like a dress, but you guys can't really see. It's really short. Anyways, but I used to be really gossipy, and I used to be like, oh my god, the girl with the big nose, or whatever it was, like something so painfully obvious that you can just like dig at them because it, like, I don't know, I guess I looked inside myself and I realized how awful it was to be called fat, so I wanted to call someone else that. So, for instance, when I was on Millionaire Matchmaker and Patty Stanger held up my headshot and said, what is this, you 30 pounds ago? Like, initially right away I wanted to be like, well, you are an ugly ass bitch, your face is wrecked, I can lose weight, but that ugly big ass nose and wrinkly skin will never hide the ugly. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, I could have just like gone off, and I didn't, because that's just a bad reflection on me. That's just saying, yeah, she dug into me. I am an insecure person. But instead of that, I chose to rise above it, and I felt better. And even now, just saying all that, I don't mean it. I think, you know, Patty is her. I don't like her personality, but I would never say something on her physical appearance because I'm sure that's something she is super sensitive about. And I don't want to ever push anyone's buttons that way or have them have a bad day, whether they're a celebrity or the person next door or your family member or friend or enemy. Whatever the case may be, just don't be ugly. If there is something that's ugly about their personality or their characteristics, you can address them if you're a friend. If not, just don't ignore them and don't, you know, associate with that person. It's really simple. You don't have to bring anyone down. You can just simply choose not to associate with that person. It's really simple. And no one's weight, no one's nose, no one's messed up hair, you know, cheap clothes, they're not affecting you, and they never are going to affect you. So you really don't need to put your 2 cents in, because that's only going to reflect bad on you, and it's only going to make you feel more negative, and you're not going to be able to get out of this negative hole. And negativity brings on negativity. So instead of saying you're so fat, either keep your mouth shut, or, you know, look at something that makes you glad about that person, you know, or just rise above. And when you have the urge to call someone a mean name or call them a slut or anything derogatory that could really hurt them, just step back a minute, say, why am I doing this? Am I doing this out of anger, or am I doing it to be spiteful? And just take a couple breaths, think about it, and really just walk away. I mean, that's really it, because you know what? You're going to ruin their day, you're going to ruin your day, whether they deserve it or not. You know, everyone has their story. You don't know until you've lived it, and no one's going to live everyone's life. We all have our own journey, and we all have a story. So just go ahead and be nice to people, please, you know, and that's on the internet, that's celebrity, that's French, everybody. Just, it's good to be positive and nice, and I am guilty of it too, but I am really making a conscious effort, and since I have been, it's been just lifting me and fulfilling me. So anyways, I just wanted to say, keep your heads up, everybody. Beauty really does come from within. I don't think I'm a traditionally beautiful girl or anything like that, and I may have like a tacky sense of style, but I really do think that my inner beauty and like having a good heart kind of shines through and lets people see the Trish that I want them to see. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a very blessed day, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!